Hello everyone and welcome to Danny Design Studio. Today is a tutorial for beginners on die cutting and dry embossing. This is the new stamp and cut embossing machine from Stampin' Up! And I'm going to go through a few frequently asked questions. So first of all, what is a die? So I'm going to be looking at this die, which is the Ornate Borders dies, and in that pack is a few sort of borders basically. I'm going to choose one of them, choose this one. Now a die is a piece of metal really that cuts out a shape. It cuts out a shape using a die cutting machine, which is this one. This is what this is. And the die cutting machine squeezes the products together so that they are rolled through the machine using the handle. It's cranked through to create that shape. So this is stored like this machine. And then when you want to use it, you fold, you bring these plates down, these sides down, and this is what makes your sandwich by using these plates. So they're all numbered. You've got plate 1, that's your base plate you pop in. Then you've got a 2, and that's just making sure it's getting thicker and raised up, and then 2 clear plates of 3, number 3. You also get, which is included in the price, a plate 4, but we'll look at that in a minute. So to create your die cut, you take a piece of card, which I have got here, and the other frequently asked question is, why are there holes, little tiny holes in the dies? Now if you can see, that's the pattern, but they're also not part of the pattern are these tiny little holes here, there and there. And those are holes so that sometimes when you've got the card, that's the cutting side, so the card is sometimes stuck in there, and then if you turn it over, and then you can poke the card through, and then it's released. So that's why there are holes in your dies. So then you pop your card. The other question is, what side do I put the die in? So I put the die in, there's a flat surface and there's a cutting surface. So you want contact with your card. So the card needs to go down first, and then you need to put your die in place, which I'm going to put that way. So it needs contact with that surface, and then you put your other third plate on the top. Now there will be a magnetic base plate coming out so that it will be easier to actually place that and position it, but it's not coming out for the moment. So then you, with the handle, crank it through using the handle, goes smoothly through, just a little bump at the end, and then you have got your little shape. Now you can see that some of it hasn't come through. It's cut, but you then have to take all of this out. You can either use your, just going to move this forward a bit. You can either use your take your pick tool, which you can poke it through, but some of them are very detailed and you might be there forever trying to take that out. So you can also, this is an old brush of Stampin' Up with a foam pad, but with your Take Your Pick tool, this actually disconnects, and in the catalogue you've got a little brush that adapts and connects to that, screws on, and then you can do, it's the same principle as this. You have a foam pad, you can pop it in there, pop your card in there, give it a little brush, and that releases. Releases it all, and then you've just got the other little bits to take out. So there we go. That's your die cut. So then we'll move on to embossing folders. Bring back the machine. Now for that, the embossing folders, 3D embossing folders, on your base plate, it's got a few instructions. So using the 3D embossing folders, you only need plate 1 and plate 4. With standard embossing folders, you need plate 1 and the two plates 3. So we're using a 3D embossing folder, so you need your base plate. You then need that number 4 that I was talking about. And this is an embossing folder. It's the Dainty Diamonds 3D embossing folder. So inside, and that is exactly what it is, a folder. So you've got a raised bit and the indentation on the other side. So you put your card in, and it's going to give you the impression of that pattern. You fold it in, you then pop that in. So as you can see on the instructions, you've got your base plate, your folder, and then the number 4 plate. So then you crank that through, holding it at the top. Sometimes there's a little pop as it comes to the end, but there we go. That's your impression, which is lovely raised bit. Very nice. So there we go, very short tutorial on the new Stampin' Cut embossing machine. And this is only available to demonstrators this month. But if you wanted to join Stampin' Up, you could choose this as one of your items in the starter kit. So if you want to know more about this, just message me. Otherwise, it will be available from September. So thank you very much for joining me, and happy stamping, crafters. If you like this video, please click the like button below, and please subscribe and select the bell icon to all to receive notifications of when I upload. Thank you.